Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. And today, oh man, we have a lot to dive into. Because what's happening right now with the Lakers' new look offense, particularly with a combination of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reaves, is something that's starting to really catch people's attention. But is it too early to celebrate? Are we witnessing the beginning of something truly special, or are we just getting a small glimpse of something that could fizzle out just as fast? Stick around, because what's developing might just change the whole outlook for the Lakers season, and maybe even the next few years. So, first off, let's rewind a little. Whenever you throw multiple superstar-level talents together, expectations immediately skyrocket, often unrealistically. Fans want results yesterday. Management wants trophies. And the media? Oh, they want drama, storylines, success, and if not, at least a good collapse to talk about. We've seen this story play out before, right? Super teams come together, and while the potential is sky high, the chemistry often isn't there immediately. Sometimes it never comes together at all. I mean, just look around the league. The Suns this season tried to combine Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal, hoping for fireworks. Instead, it's been injuries, inconsistency, and a whole lot of frustration. Or think back to the Lakers themselves. Remember when they tried pairing Russell Westbrook with LeBron and AD? On paper, it sounded unstoppable. On the court, well, it didn't quite work out, to say the least. Even the Miami Heat's big three, LeBron, Wade, Bosh, needed a full season and painful finals loss before they truly clicked. It's just part of the process. So when you talk about the Lakers now, trying to mesh the brilliance of Luka Doncic, the leadership and IQ of LeBron James, and the emerging versatility of Austin Reaves, it shouldn't surprise anyone that it's taken a while to see it come together. But here's the thing, over the last few games, something has shifted. The numbers are there if you dig into the stats, but even if you just watch the games with an untrained eye, you can feel the difference. There's a rhythm developing. There's a confidence building. Could this be the start of something real? Taking a closer look at their latest outing, it wasn't immediate domination. In fact, early on, there were still moments where it looked clunky, where spacing was awkward, where it felt like they were thinking too much instead of playing naturally. But once they found their groove, man, it was like flipping a switch. Luka, LeBron, and Reaves combined for an incredible 92 points, 92 out of the team's 124 total points. That's insane production from three players. Luka dropped 35 points. Yes, some of it came in the later stages when the game was starting to feel out of reach, but efficient nonetheless, shooting 10 for 21 from the field and hitting for 10 from deep. Austin Reaves, who's been growing into his role beautifully, had arguably his most complete game alongside the two stars, putting up 30 points while shooting a blistering 13 from the field, including 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. And LeBron? Another day at the office for the King, 27 points on 9 of 17 shooting. Not perfect, but highly impactful, especially considering the adjustment he's making at this point in his career to play alongside two high-usage guards. Now, it's easy to look at one good night and get excited, but there's more to the story here. Because if you zoom out a little bit and look at the numbers across the past 5 games, the improvement is undeniable. Before this stretch, when Luka, LeBron, and Reaves share the court, the Lakers actually had a negative net rating, around minus 2.5, meaning they were being outscored when those three played together. Not good. The defense was especially concerning, posting a rating near 119, while the offense was just okay, sitting around 116. But lately, over the last 5 games alone, they've logged 122 minutes together, a significant sample, and during that time, the trio posted a positive 4.1 net rating. That's a huge swing. The offense improved to nearly 120 points per 100 possessions, and while the defense is still a work in progress, it's trending in the right direction too, shaving about 4 points off their previous rating. So what's changed? Is it just better shot making? Hot streak? Or are we actually seeing strategic adjustments that are making a real difference? Watching the tape, you can see that it's a bit of everything, but the offensive schemes especially stand out. Early on, the Lakers seemed to rely heavily on basic pick and rolls, ISO plays, and your turn, my turn possessions. Now, there's a lot more structure. 2 particular actions have become staples: the horn setup and ram/veer screens. In the horn set, you often see Luka handling up top, with LeBron and another player, sometimes Reaves, positioned at the elbows. From there, they have multiple options. Luka can drive, dish, or kick out. What's fascinating is how much trust they're starting to show in one another. In last night's game, for instance, Luka didn't just look for his own shot. He orchestrated. On one play, after drawing a double, he kicked it to LeBron, who immediately found Austin Reaves relocating to the corner for a wide-open three. That kind of quick decision-making wasn't happening a month ago. Then there's the Ram action, an off-ball screen followed by an on-ball screen, designed to free up shooters or create mismatches. One possession really stood out. Austin Reaves set a back screen for LeBron, then popped out beyond the arc while Luka fed LeBron on a dive. But instead of forcing a tough shot at the rim, LeBron patiently waited, drew the defense in, and kicked it out to Austin for another wide-open triple. Smooth, unselfish basketball. Could it just be chemistry developing naturally with time? Sure. Could it be better coaching adjustments? Probably. But either way, the signs are incredibly encouraging. Still, we can't ignore the question lingering in the background. Will this hold up against elite competition? It's one thing to carve up middle-of-the-pack teams. It's another to do it against playoff-caliber defenses that scout your every move and close those small windows you rely on. Some insiders believe the Lakers' new approach could make them a sleeper threat come postseason time, especially if the trio continues to gel and if they can stay healthy, which, let's be honest, is always a big if with LeBron at this stage. Fans are already starting to dream big. Could we see another deep playoff run, fueled not just by LeBron's heroics but by a genuine three-headed monster on offense? Is it possible that Austin Reaves becomes the true X factor, the glue guy who makes everything fit seamlessly together? After all, every great team needs that guy, the one who doesn't always make the highlight reels but makes all the little plays that lead to wins. Or is there still a hidden flaw here? A crack under the surface waiting to be exposed when the stakes get higher? Maybe spacing issues that better teams will exploit? Maybe defensive weaknesses that a well-coached opponent can pick apart? These are the kinds of questions that make this moment so exciting. The potential is undeniable, but the journey is just beginning. Speaking of Vanderbilt, his ability to guard multiple positions has been a game-changer during this recent stretch. He's not putting up massive scoring numbers, but his presence on the defensive end gives the Lakers the flexibility to switch, trap, and recover without falling apart. Against quicker guards or bigger wings, Vondo's versatility has allowed the Lakers to be much more aggressive in their defensive schemes. Another underrated aspect has been the improved floor spacing. With Reaves becoming a legitimate three-point threat and Luka commanding so much defensive attention, the lanes have opened up dramatically for LeBron. We're seeing vintage drives from the King again, powerful takes to the rim that end with either a thunderous finish or a crafty N1. When the paint isn't clogged, LeBron is still one of the most unstoppable forces in the league. And let's not underestimate the impact of confidence. When a team believes in what they're doing, truly believes, you can feel it. The Lakers aren't hesitating as much anymore. They're playing instinctively, moving without the ball, trusting that the right play will develop. That only comes when guys are buying into the system and trusting each other, which, frankly, didn't seem like a guarantee earlier this season. One thing that's been particularly impressive is how Luka has embraced a leadership role without stepping on LeBron's toes. It's a delicate balance. Luka is naturally ball dominant, but he's been finding ways to assert himself without disrupting the flow. You can tell there's a real respect between him and LeBron, and that mutual respect is setting the tone for the entire roster. And how about the coaching staff? Credit where it's due. Darvin Ham and his assistants have clearly been working behind the scenes to implement tweaks that play to their star strengths. They're running more motion sets, more off-ball actions, and not just relying on brute talent. It's been refreshing to see a coaching staff adjust mid-season and get real results from those adjustments. Injuries, of course, are always the lurking danger. The Lakers' medical staff has done a solid job managing minutes and workloads lately, especially with LeBron and Luka. That said, all it takes is one rolled ankle or tweaked hamstring to throw everything off track. Fingers crossed that the Lakers' luck holds, because staying healthy could be the biggest X factor of all down the stretch. It's also worth mentioning how playoff experience plays into all of this. Luka has had deep postseason runs before. LeBron is obviously one of the most battle-tested players in NBA history, and even Reaves got a taste of high-stakes basketball last year. This group won't be intimidated by the moment. If anything, pressure might bring out their best. Looking ahead at the schedule, the Lakers have some real tests coming up. Matchups against the Nuggets, Clippers, and Celtics will be critical not just for seeding, but for measuring where this team truly stands. It's one thing to beat up on rebuilding squads. It's another to go toe-to-toe with title contenders and hold your own. Another subplot to keep an eye on, the Lakers' potential moves at the trade deadline. Even if things are going well, Rob Pelinka has never been shy about tweaking the roster if he sees an opportunity to strengthen it. Maybe another wing defender? Maybe a backup big to spell Anthony Davis? Don't be surprised if the Lakers make at least a small move to bolster their depth for the playoff grind. Speaking of Anthony Davis, you might be wondering why we haven't mentioned him more. Well, that's kind of the beauty of what's happening. AD has been solid, as always, rebounding, defending, altering shots, but the Lakers' offense hasn't had to depend solely on him for production lately. That's a huge shift from past years when it felt like if AD wasn't dominant, the Lakers had no shot. In some ways, it feels like the Lakers are finally building the kind of multi-pronged attack you need to win in today's NBA. One night, Luka might carry the scoring load. Another night, LeBron might turn back the clock. Another, Reaves might go off. And with Davis anchoring the defense, they can adapt to different matchups without having to reinvent themselves every game. But what do you think about all of this? Are Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reaves starting to figure it out for real? Or are we all just getting a little too excited over a small hot streak? Personally, as a fan, I can't help but be fired up. Watching these guys finally click after all the ups and downs, seeing the ball movement, the trust, the joy they're playing with, it's just awesome. I truly believe that if they keep building on this, stay healthy, and keep sharpening their defensive communication, they could be a nightmare matchup come playoff time. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And stay tuned, because with the way things are heating up, the next few weeks could be very, very interesting. See you in the next one.